Guys are also, everyone is wise in their own place. Guys are also wise. If it's a guy that really means well for you, he's going to just tell you straight that, okay, this situation, I don't like it, or maybe break up with you or something. But there are also some other guys that are smarter than you do. So they might just, okay, since this is what you want, they will put you there, and they too will also demand things from you, right? Then in situations like that, a guy cannot respect you, especially when he gets to know that that's why you're there. So I know some ladies don't care as far as they are getting what they want, but you should care about your respect. You should care about your integrity.
Now, considering the situation around her, she doesn't have food, she doesn't have money, and Sapa is on her neck. But then again, there is this guy that is always, showing care towards her, but she doesn't love the guy. But she's considering starting up a relationship just to, honor the green lights that the guy is, giving her, so that she can actually pass by, survive for the semester. Now, do she follow that route, or do she make sure she stay in peace and, starve?
Okay. So first of all, we approach it this way. If she doesn't like the guy, it's not like she wants to date the guy. It's just because I like the way you're saying Sapa is on anger because something I don't know how to pronounce it well, but it's just funny. So if that is the case, it is basically clear that this is wrong. I know. And I actually sympathize with whoever is like that. Let me even tell you, I've gone through that before. So I know how to really sympathize with you, with whoever is in that situation. It is hard to be in school and you are broke, you are in need, you don't even know where your daily meal is going to come from. Maybe the meal for tomorrow, you don't know where it's going to come from. But for as someone that has gone through such situation, I can tell you that that is not the best way. Why? So I will tell you the dangers around it. Not just let's not just say something is wrong, but I will tell you why. Right? So there are dangers around it. Number one, emotional and psychological harm. You are getting yourself into something that you don't really understand. Number one, it can give you a kind of low self-worth, and it will drive you into a form of mistreatment, disrespect, because the guy that is in question is not a dummy, right? And he's not a child. So whether he gets it today, he's going to get it someday, that you are into that relationship because of the benefits, right? And guys are also, everyone is wise in their own place. Guys are also wise. If it's a guy that really means well for you, he's going to just tell you straight that, okay, this situation, I don't like it, or maybe break up with you or something. But there are also some other guys that are smarter than you do. So they might just, okay, since this is what you want, they will put you there, and they too will also demand things from you, right? So it can put you in, and then in situations like that, a guy cannot respect you, especially when he gets to know that that's why you're there. So I know some ladies don't care as far as they are getting what they want, but you should care about your respect. You should care about your integrity, right?
Sure.
You should. Because even if you think you don't need it today, you will need it tomorrow. Right. So there are also a lot of different harm and dangers, sexual exploitation. Like the guy can put you there. Okay, since this is what you want, then he's going to be demanding things that you really don't want to give. And you will not have a say because you know what you're getting also. There are also reputational things, stigma, society, because people will talk, people will see things and they will talk, a whole lot of things. And above all, I would say this, above all the dangers, physical dangers, I would say this. It is also a strong signal of lack of faith in God. I'm a Christian and I will always talk from that angle. Like if you think that you can find your way out, it's because you don't have faith that God is going to help you. Like I was talking about myself, I've been in such a situation where I was in school and just a little to that my parents could give me. And there are times I don't even know where the next meal will come from. In fact, I can say that at some point my roommate got tired of my brokenness. So I would like call it now. Right? Because sometimes she's one that is like helping out and all of that. But what did I do? I'm not saying because I'm holy or I'm better. I can just give all the glory to God for helping me to be able to keep that side of me. I just trusted God, that God that is with me, that puts me here, is going to help me out. This is me today. I went through school. I didn't go through that route, but one way or the other, each and every day I went by. I still, days that you will not eat will be there. but they are all sacrifices. If you trust God enough, you will just see it as situations that is just for the moment. And the more you trust God, the more you will begin to see a brighter and a greater future. But if you're already putting things, cutting by, see, there's really no difference between that and you cutting corners, like maybe adding zeros to money and all of that. They are all like cutting corners. So if you're cutting corners, you are telling God that, God, I don't want you in my situation. I can do it by myself. So that is also there. It's just a sign that you're not trusting God enough, right? And financial desperation is real, right? But survivor, you can't, because of survivor, throw away some things. Some things are more important than that. So those are the reasons why I cannot advise, right, that you should go through that. It is never the best way. It looks like a shortcut, but most of the shortcuts that we have are never the best ways, right? So I don't know
Okay,
if I answered that question.
still on that now, you answered for people that are thinking about moving into that route. Now let's also now talk about people that are in that situation. Let's say the lady has already started collecting money, and or the female student. Now, how does she draw the line when the guy starts asking for more access to their body or their time or something like that?
Well, I don't know if there's a line to really draw anymore, because you have erased the line yourself, right? And like I said, the guy in question, I believe, is not a dummy, right? Is also not a child. So if he starts to request or demand for some things, I don't think you will have the right, or you will be able to draw any line at that time, right? Because it's either you try and it's just going to show you that, okay, if you are not going to give me this, then this will end, right? So at that time, I feel that you don't really have the right at that time to draw any line. The only line you can draw is to desist from just using the guy as an ATM. I think that's what they call it sometimes. That's the only line you can draw. I've seen situations where students are in a relationship and one way or the other they help each other out. But that is a genuine one, right? Today you don't have, I help you out, tomorrow you don't. That is a genuine one. But when it is already a situation that it is because of the fact that you don't have, you are broke, that you keep the guy as a source of money. Even if you've been doing it and the guy doesn't know for a while, it will get to a point that he's going to know, right? So you don't really have the right to draw any line. I'm sorry, I don't really see how you can draw line, right? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The only line you can draw is to stop. You can draw line though, but I think where the line will start from is you stopping. You need to stop that part of collecting money, for you to survive. You need to stop. That is the line you can draw, right? If you don't draw the line from there, then the line goes all the way. It's a free access. That's what I feel. Right.
Yeah, I like the way you actually approached it. And I love the first sentence you said. You've already erased the line, so there is no line to actually draw. But now, for students out there, the female students out there, you are a mentor to a lot of students. We would love to know, how do they be able to discern that a guy's kindness can become a trap?
Okay, so how they would design. Do you mean that for those ones that are not in the relationship for money and benefits?
Yeah, for let's say now an average female student that is having, let's say, some male friends, but not in quotes boyfriends. But then there is this guy that has been kind. So when does this guy's kindness become a trap?
Okay. So I'm going to speak on looking at it this way, because it means that for such a lady, maybe her intention, she doesn't have the intention of collecting money from guys and all of that. And there's a guy around her that's just being kind to her innocently, right? Because it could also happen. That is like another scenario in this. So a guy can just be around you, especially, liking you and all of that, but being kind because of a reason, because of whatever benefits they want to get from you. So how a lady can discern, I believe anyone can discern, right? Even normally. Okay, the guy has been has been there helping you because it's like setting a kind of target for a prey. So that's how it happens most of the time. So they've been coming around, like giving you things. They won't come out with whatever their intention is. But eventually, right, they're going to come out because they know where they're going. So how to discern is that there's always going to be a sign, right? Okay, let's say you don't even know from the start. You just feel that it's an innocent, kindness and just likes you and all of that. But because of what is their intention, they are going to start behaving, they are going to start making the intention known gradually. You're going to
Yeah.
start seeing a sign, right? They're going to start making some demands that you will just know that, okay, this doesn't feel right. Except if you yourself, you are in the game, and you are playing along. But for your innocent self, if you once you start seeing some signs, you will already know that, okay, this is not an innocent kindness. This is just somebody that wants to, because of what he has, get you. I've experienced things like that before also. In fact, when I was in the higher institution there, I don't just know. There was just always like bankers. We had a lot of banks around where my school was there. That time, too many banks. And we just had a lot of bankers, bank managers, MDs, and all of that. And then bank was heavy. When you hear somebody working in a bank, it was still so heavy then, like it's something to, let me say, die for students then. But we are not all the same. So I was just always having bankers around me. Like I will go to the bank. So I can't count how many times I will go to the bank to do something, and the bank manager, the MD, will be calling me. We asked them, in fact, there was one. They asked them to lock. He asked them to lock the gate for me. I should not go out. I went to withdraw, and then they locked the gate. Security locked the gate, and I was like, I was scared. Like, wait, did I steal anything? What is going on? And he gave me the phone from the gate. I was telling him that the bank manager said I should not go out, that I need to come back. And that was, there are some banks that I know that, okay, the FD or whatever, I don't like them because they've shown me sign, they've said some things to me that I wasn't comfortable with. But this one was even a new, like, bank that I stepped into. So I was wondering what. So I just went back. And when the security asks you to go back in a bank, you want to go back, like you can't because you didn't steal anything. Then I went back and they showed me into the office of the bank manager, and he started telling me, oh, he likes me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, so is this a reason? But I asked him to lock the gate. For me, I was so mad, right? I was really angry. I just told him, I said, I'm not that kind of person, and I left angrily. So that is one out of quite a number of them. So those ones, right? They are always, some will come out of the fact that, okay, they just like, and some of them are married. You understand? So some will come out of the fact that they are just helping you. There was one bank I used to go that we are always many, the students. So this bank manager will just say, okay, I should come inside and do my transaction, right? And will be gisting with me and all of that. So it's like he's helping me, but I have, we have a sound mind. We are smart, right? So you always see the signs. I know that this one is not just a healthy help. So there will always be a sign. There will always be something. You will know that this one is leading to something else. There will be a kind of demand because eventually the bank manager started talking about the fact that, he just likes me, and started talking things that I feel that, okay, is beyond what we should be talking about. So even if somebody is around you and is like a friend, trying to relate with you, thinking that you're going to have a good relationship and all of that, but he has an ulterior motive, there will always be a sign. He will say something one day. He will do something one day, right? That you will just know that, okay, this is not innocent anymore. He will make a
Mm.
statement, make an approach because they have something in mind and that is where they are going. So, and he's like step by step into it. So, except if you decide not to see it, I know that some are good at pretending, but I know there's no how you will pretend. If this is the way you're actually going, they will do something one day that you will know that, okay, I think this one is not for me, except you don't mind yourself.
That's a lot. This is a practical wisdom that I believe the student can actually, sit down, listen again and again.
Let me chip this in because I don't like just pointing out problems and not,
Okay.
bringing up solutions. So I
All
feel
right.
that, okay, somebody may be asking that, okay, but I don't even know how to sustain myself because I know some people are even training themselves in school by themselves. Like, so what I can tell you, number one, You can have good company around you, trusted friends, a society. If you have such people, there's a way you can always help each other, like trusted friends. Today I don't have. My friend can help me. It may be tomorrow I help my friend. Even if it's just a token that will get me food. But there's a way a trusted company can always have one another's back. And then maybe you're a Christian church. Those ones are also, if you belong to a church, a Bible believing church, there will always be people that can help you, right? And then social groups that, I mean proper social groups, not some other, they can help you. Then also personal skills. What I noticed then, see, I baked cake when I was in school. It got to a time, thank God I've learned that cake baking before that time. I started baking cake for money, right? I just started it. It was rough at the beginning, but I started and I started baking cake for money. And I knew a lot of people that were making beads, making hair. You can also learn some skills and do them for some money, right? Their monthly budget and savings. You know what? The way I used to save in school, whenever I have some money, maybe they just give me money from school or somebody just give me money, I will just take part of it, hide them in some of my pockets, my trouser pockets, just put them there because I know I'm going to forget them. If I say I'm saving in a bank, I know my bank account. I can go there and go and withdraw. So I will just hide some cash. And I can't even remember how many times such cash has saved me, has helped me to put food on my table. Then contentment is also key. Like then in school, I have some of my friends that they want to buy gold like this, I want to buy gold like every other person. See, time for gold will come. For some other things will come. Even if you cannot wear earring yet, at least eat and read your book. So it's me today. Then I did not know how to buy good and other. I don't even have the money. But thank God, some of the things I could not afford then I can afford today. Then think long term. Think about your identity as a person, your integrity, and all of that. So I believe some of these things can help you. Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank
Hmm.
you.
When we thought we've seen it all, you just went out of your drawer and now pulled out another. It's in you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I believe with this last phase now, that they are seeing that there is a way out of this situation. You can actually partner with people. Your association actually determines who you really are, and all. Thank you so much for your time. There are three questions we would love to ask you, which won't be aired. Are you still there with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm with you.
All right. The first question is